departments that weren't talking to each other and communicating, and how that happened over the course of the years. You know, once the Cold War ended, I think people thought the threat was over, so a lot of money came out of intelligence and went to other programs. That's what happened. Both sides are guilty of it. To point the finger like that and have Condi saying the Clintons wrong and Clinton saying I tried, they didn't even try. It didn't happen in any one administration, you know?
Yeah, you can't play.
It really built up over years, yeah. Thank you.
All right, very good. Hey, we're going to change gears big time.
Are you taking me on? You challenging me?
Come on, mother! What? This has been sitting in front of us for about 2 months. And Jimmy hasn't heard this yet.
I'm scared. What is it?
The Schwoogie Nazi Challenge.
Ah.
We actually did it while Jim...
That was a Friday.
Where were you?
On the road, just flown to do a gig for, I think, maybe Dallas or Houston or something.
Jim Norton's going to be at the Improv in Pittsburgh this weekend, by the way.
A lot of laughs, folks.
A lot of laughs at the Improv in Pittsburgh this weekend with Jim Norton.
We had the wonderful and talented Patrice O'Neill with us.
You haven't heard this yet, right?
No, I've heard of it, and it just, as soon as I heard it, it had Patrice all over it. It's perfect.
The video is up on YouTube. But
it was during the walkover.
Yeah, during the walkover to XM.
Some guy decided because we walk over, we have two studios. We have this one here that we broadcast to terrestrial radio and XM, and then we have our exclusive XM studio that we go to at about 9 o'clock. So the broadcast, the walk is actually broadcast. We take wireless mics, and we walk over about the block and a half over to our other studio. I know. It's silly, but that's what we have to do. It's in our contract. So one day, we're walking over there. You never know what's going to happen. Some guy hands me a little gift. It's a World War II Nazi soldier's helmet, German soldier's helmet. A little swastika on the side, a little eagle and shield emblem on the other side. And, you know, because he knows I'm kind of a collector of World War II memorabilia.
Sure, that's what he was thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of like World War II memorabilia. So he handed me this helmet. And on the way over, we got the idea of hailing a cab with the helmet on. Now, of course, you hail a cab by raising your hand up, and you hail the cab. They thought it would be funny to get a picture of me hailing a cab with the helmet on, which kind of got us the idea of, you know, we've heard so much that it's hard for a black guy to get a cab in New York. Who would get a cab faster? A Nazi or a Negro? That was pretty much the challenge that was put forth.
And Patrice was into it big time.
Patrice, totally into it. Patrice is a big black guy, very intimidating looking. He's a sweetheart. But if he adjusts just a few items on himself, he looks so menacing.
He looks scarier than any other black guy you've ever seen.
He took all his gold chains, which he usually keeps tucked in his shirt.
Yeah.
Took them all out. He put his hat on kind of sideways, loosened up his clothes a little bit, and puts this smug face on. Yeah. He like almost bites his lower lip and like really flares his nostrils and kind of squints his eyes like, don't F with me. And then the best part was how he was hailing. Usually you put your hand up. You go, you know, you just like you're raising your hand in class to answer a question. He does this half-hearted, yeah, I'm hailing a cab, MFer, you know, like his hand's barely up. He's got like this limp-wristed, a couple of fingers poking out like, hey, yo, pick me up kind of thing. So it's very intimidating. And I had the Nazi helmet on and was doing a full Nazi salute out onto the street, hand, you know, at a little 45-degree angle about, fingers straight out.
I think they can figure it out, Ant.
Just trying to describe it for the people that want to try it home.
I'm a collector of things. I like the little figurines and gold fillings and such.
Are you? It's like, you know, not 46 or 46. It's a 45-degree angle. All right, we get it.
And
you look just like a Nazi.
I didn't want them to confuse it with the way that Adolf used to do it.
Right.
Just kind of bend at the elbow.
By the way, we made Patrice even more menacing by making him stand on an apple crate.
Yes, but he was barefoot.
But he was barefoot in the process.
Of course he wasn't. So, and we wanted to see who would get picked up first. We had Patrice first in line of traffic. So the cab had the opportunity of picking him up first. And then I was, how far down would you say?
You know,
a few
20
yards.
feet, 15 feet.
Yeah, down past him.
We set it up perfectly where the cab would have a choice to make.
He could see both of us.
And we gave the Schwoogie the advantage by having Patrice first.
Right. He was first.
He was first. So for every cab coming by, it was Patrice, then you about 15 feet away.
Right.
Patrice, I mean the Nazi.
Patrice first, then the Nazi.
Same thing. What?
The Nazi? I was playing one for the show.
I know, you just like the era.
I love the era. 40s.
So you want to hear some clips?
Yes.
I've not heard this yet, and I do want to hear it.
All right, it was
as soon as I heard the name of it, I was like, oh, that's great.
It was best out of 7.
Yeah.
And for the XMers, they're going to be pissed. We decided to play this over here today, so there's some bleeps. You just got to bear with us.
Deal with it.
From time to time.
We played it over there. You've heard it without the bleeps. Don't worry about it.
Right. Just help us out, because there's things we have to do to...
See that smug look on your face?
Exactly.
I'm leaning toward Pal Talk and touching it, just to intimidate them like Clinton did.
I think you're so clever.
I went to radio school. I learned some things. Sometimes you got to move your material around to different parts of a radio show.
Sure.
So today we want to play this early, because it's a whole new audience that hasn't heard this. But by doing that, we have to throw some bleeps in. So just bear with us today, please. Please. Here's the Schwoogie Nazi Challenge.
For you at home, these guys are like a bus length apart.
Yeah.
You got Patrice all ghettoed out. Patrice, you look downright scary.
All right, the second this thing goes by, now we got to start.
And Anthony with his Nazi helmet.
Game on.
As soon as that light turns green, game on, yes.
Stand like this.
All right. Patrice has his arm up. And get your arm up.
Thank you, sir.
Hold on. All right, there's a cab. He's confused. He's stopped. He has passed. He has passed? Oh, Nazi! Nazi!
Why didn't you pick up the African gentleman?
I stopped. You see me? I stopped.
You didn't stop.
You stopped to pick up the African gentleman, but then you see that I'm a Nazi? You didn't stop with the Nazi?
I'm Nazi over a nigger.
I stopped, and you see me stopping, right? I stopped, and I see maybe you don't want
chose the Nazi, brother.
This guy was in a panic, like the TV cameras were somewhere, and there was a shame on you segment or something.
Because we were all holding microphones.
Yeah.
But we were kind of holding them down so you couldn't see them. And then the second he would stop for me, we would just run over and shove the mics in the window and ask him why he's picking up a Nazi over a black guy.
How great is that? So it's Nazi 1.
How funny is Patrice when he gets incensed about it?
Oh, does he just get pissed? Voice goes up 18 octaves.
Nazi 1, Schwoogie 0. Here comes the second cab.
Nazi 1, Schwoogie 0.
Here comes
another cab. Here comes another cab. Start hailing at the same time, guys. All right, here's the cab. He's slowing down. And he has picked up Patrice.
Yeah. Damn it.
Talk to the brother.
I thought he was going to pass him.
Thanks for stopping, man. Appreciate that. Listen, there's a Nazi that needs a cab right there. You gotta pick no picking up Nazi.
All right.
Two brothers,
We're tied. We're tied.
Two black guys.
All right, we're tied. Schwoogie 1, Nazi 1. All right, best of 7. All right, here comes another cab. You guys gotta hail the cab at the exact same time. All right, their arms are up. We got Patrice. We got Anthony. Oh, look at that.
That's 2.
Damn
2
it.
to 1.
2 to 1.
Damn it.
2 to 1.
No. Danny
Anthony.
Glover.
This is all Danny Glover's fault. Where's a Nazi supposed to get a cab?
All right, Schwoogie 2, Nazi 1.
There you go. Game on.
Game on.
So the Schwoogie's beating the Nazi 2 to 1, yes. What do you think so far, Jimmy?
Oh, I don't know. These are just things that keep people separate.
It's just a dramatization.
I love it.
Oh, man, now it's a runaway. Now, well, the cab is kind of in the middle. Ask the cabbie who he wants to pick up. He doesn't know what to do. Wait, now he's pushing toward Anthony.
Who do you want to pick up, sir?
Whoever comes you to push it.
Yeah?
I need the cab. Man.
Is it the nigger or the Nazi?
Whoever comes first.
Whoever comes first. You kind of hedged your bet.
Nah,
Let me tell you something. This gentleman hedged his bet and pulled right between both of us. What is that, a tie?
And then he kind of pushed toward Anthony. I don't know.
It's Patrice has 2, right? I got 1.
I say,
And that's a tie.
I don't know. He started pushing past Patrice.
He really did slowly start passing Patrice.
We might have to give it to the Nazi. If I'm the official judge,
I think it's too, yeah.
and my helpers here are saying thumbs up to the Nazi.
He
on
made
that
an
one.
excuse that he was like, whichever.
He was ready to pick up Patrice, then he saw you, then he hedged his bet, but then he
Yeah.
started inching toward you because I think he didn't want to get in trouble.
This is the tiebreaker, right?
We're going to 7, though. Best of 7. We got 2
Best
for the
of 7?
Schwoogie and 2 for the Nazi.
These cabbies did not want to commit.
No.
Because the stories have been in the paper over the years. So
Yep.
this guy went right in between.
In between, and then slowly started rolling toward me.
Like, come on, get in.
Until
get in.
until he saw that we were, we had microphones.
That would have been so much. If he was stopping for Patrice, he just stopped for the first guy.
Right, he would have stopped. He wouldn't pass them.
First, you don't make them fight for it.
Well, he kind of stopped in front of Patrice and then rolled into the middle of him and then started inching toward Anthony.
Let me tell you something. The only time a cab will ever pass you and stop for you is when you, out of nowhere, just kind of put your hand up. And they have to stop,
Yeah.
and they're right next to you. If you're standing there with your hand up, they never pass you. They will pull right up to you. And they had a perfect view of us coming from way down the road. So it's not like it was a surprise that Patrice all of a sudden put his hand up. The guy passed Patrice.
Yeah.
That's why we deemed that a win for the Nazi.
And if the media had any balls, they would have taken this and borrowed it and done their own test on it.
Oh, yeah.
You picked a Nazi up over an African American.
Right,
gentleman.
exactly.
They've called it the same thing.
All right, we're in the middle of Schwoogie Nazi Challenge. We're going to take a break. As we go to break, it's 2 for the Schwoogie, 2 for Anthony as the Nazi.
Right.
It's the O&A virus spreading across America. When we get back, we'll see how this ends.
Oh.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America.
Yes, you are.
I got a cold. I thought it was going away.
I had the same thing you did. I got everybody sick, too.
I made an awful mistake.
What, sweetie?
I dressed like Nanook of the North because it's usually freezing in here, and it's one of the days where it's not.
So put a t-shirt.
So now where's a T-shirt?
Borrow mine. I'll just walk around shirtless.
Oof, that's tempting.
My cold was going away. I was sick for the whole Cleveland trip. It's getting better, and then this morning I wake up all clogged up. I feel fine.
Get Allegra. Get an Allegra thing.
Get Viagra?
No.
What?
Viagra.
Oh, Viagra doesn't. That actually probably make you more stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Because what? You get the juices flowing?
Yeah, and then you sneeze, and you're like, oh, it doesn't smell like snot.
Our phone number is 1-866-313-FREE. We're in the middle of the Schwoogie Nazi Challenge that we did, I don't know, a couple months ago now. This side of the show has not heard this yet. When we left you, it was 2 for Patrice.
Yep.
As the Schwoogie.
Yep.
And 2 for the Nazi, played by our good friend here, Anthony.
Yes. And some Nazi regalia.
Yeah, right on. All right, you want to go right back to the clips here? It's a best of 7.
All right, game on. Here comes
Game
the
on.
cab.
Here it comes. Put the mics down.
Go, Ant. Start hailing. All right. Cabbie's coming up. He's speed. Another one that's kind of in the middle. Patrice, what do you think? Patrice, what do you think?
He got me. He wanted me. He wanted me.
He was going.
And then he thought
He was going. He was taking a Nazi.
totally taking the night. He looked like a Nazi. Did you see him?
I'm going to the judges. Nazi or Schwoogie? Nazi?
That was so Nazi. That was so
One
Nazi.
more. I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna pull this out for niggas.
What a comeback the Reich is making.
So Nazi leads 3-2. Best
Yeah.
of 7. Yeah, it was really interesting with these cabs. They would just try to stop right in the middle.
That was and it was a guy, the last guy was a very German-looking cab driver.
Right.
And he came pulling up, and then before we could question him, he sped away, left both of us there at the curb.
Because then he realized what was going on.
He realized, oops.
He didn't want any part of that. We got to do another one of these, by the way.
Yeah.
Using maybe 2
What do
other.
you think? Ku Klux Klan? Getting the Klan outfit?
Oh, that's pretty funny.
That's good. And an Al-Qaeda member.
Well.
No, they're both awful.
Oh, wait, no, they're driving the cabs. That ain't going to work.
Klansman or a black guy?
Yeah. It's always got to be the black guy because they're the ones that don't get picked up here in the city.
True. So far. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
You
move
might
on here.
complain to the TLC, like, look, I was dressed like Bin Laden. They wouldn't stop. Me and my dialysis machine.
Rolling it with him down the street.
All right, here we go. More Schwoogie versus Nazi.
What a comeback the Nazis are making.
No, we can't.
And needs one more, and he takes out.
I need one more cab. And the Nazis will win.
All right, here comes the cab. Get in there, Ant. My money's on Ant. Cab is making the left onto 57th Street. Here he goes. He is. Oh boy. Oh no.
Thanks, man. We don't.
Damn.
We're going to Game 7.
It's good. It's going right to Game 7.
All right, hold on.
That was like one of the obvious ones.
That guy pulled right up to Patrice.
Had no problem.
No
pulling right up to
problem.
Patrice.
I love the fact that everyone was disappointed when the cabbie stopped for the black gentleman instead of the murderer of Jews.
Isn't that something?
Nobody was rooting for Patrice to win. Like, wow, maybe things are a little bit better.
Yeah. They just wanted the guy that responsible for millions and millions of deaths and
like,
tried to conquer the globe.
Good point. Good point. We've turned it into a cute little game for everybody. We stink. All right, it's best of 7. Schwoogie 3, Nazi 3. What happened?
Oh,
What happened?
I have an even more interesting one to do.
Oh.
How about we have one guy in a Mets hat and one guy in a Yankees hat?
Oh!
Subway.
You know, New
That's
York,
so
yeah.
Subway World
interesting.
Series, right? Right?
Yeah.
All right.
I know.
All right. You know, it's hard to stand up here and do things you know everyone makes fun of.
What was that?
Fast Times. The
Greatest movie
cheerleader
ever.
scene. And we're gonna kill Lincoln. All right.
Is it right or all right?
Paper airplane goes swinging by her bed.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, great scene.
Someone's suggesting blacks versus Hasidic Jews. Let's say hi to Bill in Brooklyn.
No, I think Jews will get picked up.
Bill, what's up?
Morning, boys. How's everybody? Yeah, I'm figuring most of the cab drivers are Arabs. So, dress somebody up like a Hasidic Jew, and then and Patrice.
That's good because you don't have to get that pesky tip factor in there. Like which one's going to tip more?
Everyone, they'll stop for the Jewish fella if they can.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, here we go. Schwoogie versus Nazi Challenge. 3-3. What happens? What happens?
Go! Go! Game on! Go! Nazi versus the Schwoogie. The cab.
The Nazi! Thank you, sir. Thank you for picking up a Nazi before an African American. Did you realize that, sir?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? You didn't see him with the gold chains and everything?
Gold chain or silver chain.
Did you a German Nazi war helmet and I gave you the Nazi salute as a hail?
Did you see me first?
Oh, and there he goes.
See me first?
Ask him.
I need a cab.
The Nazis win.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, is that not right?
Did he drive away?
Yeah. Yeah, he drove away. They don't want to hang out too long.
Nazis win. The Nazis win. Yeah, there you go.
My Hitlerino.
Well, the video's up on YouTube. Just throw Opie and Anthony in the search. You'll find it. It's pretty funny.
A back to back and a luggage to luggage.
Someone is suggesting we have a real lopsided one like Waterheads versus porn stars. Jason from
How
Rye.
would you even judge which one is right or wrong to pick up?
You know, I didn't think we could do this again, but there's some good ideas are coming in.
Yeah.
Fast Freddy from Jamaica Station. Big boobies versus small boobies.
Oh, that is a good one. They'd have to be ridiculously big and ridiculously small, like completely
Or hot
flat.
and, yeah.
hot
Chicken,
and ugly.
Fat pig.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Patty. Who do we get for the hot chick?
We're a fat pig, though. Big